Ghanatube, so I was in formatting CD and not just saying some. I would be a person or my gun in Pano. Ye bobo room near Rockety and send me say a bar, not near Cowan media twice or Eddie amount.
Then for me.
Yeah.
How did you do it?
Do what?
On Friday, you vanished. You did not run, you vanished.
I think it was Jude. It was Jude who created that scenario. Look at him. I didn't vanish.
That is, you vanished.
So you see where I was standing with Jude. That's exactly where we were having the conversation.
Right.
Then the NDC hoodlums got onto the street. Now what happened was that when they approached the gates, which is right where we're standing, there were about 30 policemen in front of that gate. They went straight to the police, and then the first gentleman who got to the gate and was going to be questioned by the police actually hit the chest of the policeman, and they sat down. Then they opened up, but we realized that at this time the camera had moved from Jude and I, and was more like looking at these guys, you know, shooting these guys who were coming in. So there was a policeman. Honestly, I don't know his name. He grabbed me and said, "Miracles, come this way." And then right where we're standing, there's a billboard that goes all the way from the top to the ground, and then there were some cars parked there. And you see my height, you know, that's the advantage. You know, some of the advantages. I could fit in any space.
Right.
So the policeman actually pushed me to that side. Fortunately, the Joy News reporter was seated on the wall, and then the cameraman was also having his camera on the wall. So I used them as a shield, and then I was there. So Jude didn't know where I was. Right. He just didn't know where I was standing at that point.
He was probably concerned because he was with you.
So you see, there's a white pickup that somebody is seated on right in front of that white pickup. That is where I was. Okay. You know, so it was very, very difficult for you to spot me because there's a billboard that is also, you know, covering up and shading. I mean, it was important that, and I thank this policeman and this the Joy News guys because there was no room to run. If I'd attempted to run, I'd rather be spotted and be made out easily. And so I had to find a place to, and I stayed there for a while, in fact for a very long while. Unfortunately, when they finished the whole attack, they didn't move away. They stayed there for hours. So at some point I found a way to move into my car and then I left. It's a very unfortunate situation. I am completely against violence in any form. I am of the view that bullets no political colors. The easiest thing to do is to cause chaos at a polling station. It's so easy. I mean, I saw them beating the deputy national organizer of the NPP, and I'm like, this is not courage. This is not strength. If you have 10 macho men stamping on one individual, I mean, maybe all of you should step aside and give him 1-to-1. Then we say you're a macho man. But if you have 10 macho men and you come at one person and you beat him up, that is not strength. And it's something that we should all call out and condemn. That's why I'm really sad that it's been how many days? Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, 6 days. 6 days. And the president is here to make a simple comment on this. Just a simple comment. I mean, just make a simple tweet. Journalists were beaten all over the place. Forget about the politicians who were beaten. There were a lot of ordinary people. You saw a lady that was being slapped. You saw a lady that was being slapped and molested. She's an ordinary citizen of the community. Some people were standing by, had their eyes swollen and all of that, and you have the president completely, you know, as if he doesn't live in the country. He doesn't know what's going on.
He was out of the country when it happened,
but he's been touring.
The vice has spoken to the
tweets. You don't need to be in Ghana to get internet to tweet. You don't need to be in Ghana to get internet to make a Facebook post. You know, those things are just courteous things to do to your people. They are very simple things to do to your people. And if the president is listening, I'll urge him to do it. It's not too late. It will be a blot on his conscience if he doesn't do it. Because I will not stop talking about it. I insist. Hiring hoodlums is the easiest thing any political party can do. It's so easy. All I need to do is to pick 10 people, give them money, and I say, follow me. And I say, when you get there, beat this guy. It's not a difficult thing. You understand? Anybody can be beaten, including the president himself. Because if you have 20 policemen following you, or whatever, military men following you, and somebody hires 60, all they need to do is to take them one-on-one. and then there will be 20 who will still have access to you. And so it's not something that we need to encourage. We need to fight this till we have a situation where when we get to the polling station, everybody votes and goes home. And let me put it on record. I am not one of those people that will be accused of when it happened in the past in Ayawaso West. What did you say? I condemned it. In Ayawaso West, I was a polling agent around the Golf House area. When this matter happened, I spoke against it. Ayawaso West is not the only bloodshed elections we've had. Before Ayawaso West, there was Treponi, there was Talensi, there was Etiwa, there was Akwetia. So when I hear people say Ayawaso West happened, and so we did Ablekuma North and it's 1-1. No, it means that NDC owes us 3. If that is what they are going to say, that Ablekuma North is a retaliation for Ayawaso West, then they owe us 3. Because they did it to us at Talensi, they did it to us at Treponi, they did it to us at Etiwa, they did it to us at Akwetia. You understand? And so they probably even owe us more. It was Etiwa. That was when the NPP for the first time decided that enough is enough. We are going to protect ourselves. And that is when you remember the famous Yechomo Bibi Kakrebi. Since Etiwa, no political party has been able to mobilize strength at the polling station like we did. And then in 2019, the president and the party decided that Ekufuado was like, no, we cannot continue this way. The NDC were being violent against us, and that's why we put ourselves together in that manner. But it's time to disband. We had 10 times the strength the NDC or any political party had when it comes to the things they did at Ablekuma, but we dismantled it. And so I insist, and I continue to say it, the boys are known, their faces are out there, they work within government institutions, some are working in the DVLA and other places. If the president and the police especially, you should be ashamed of yourself that you have 60 policemen at a polling station and you stood there for one woman to be beaten in that manner. You should be ashamed. And so what I expect the police to do is not to release a very mild statement and say we are going to investigate. This is not an issue of investigation. The boys are on camera. In fact, some of them are on Facebook justifying what they did and showing how strong they are. And you're telling me you're investigating, and it's been 6 days, no arrest. The only thing that will be left for the NPP to do is to set up the self-protection committee on Saturday. And I am going to insist. You know, Saturday is a conference for reforms. I will raise my hands and I'd recommend that whilst we have a legal committee, elections committee, we need a self-protection committee. Because you see, if the NPP doesn't do that, I will not go out there to any police station.
What will be the nature of this committee?
The nature of this committee will be that if we find ourselves in a situation where, like I was talking to Jude, I should have like 10, 20 people from the NPP standing in to protect me, so that when something like this happens, they will grab me and put me into safety. Because the police cannot do it for me. Because I have 30 policemen behind me. 30. And you watch the video carefully, you realize that. And I mean, let's commend Jude and the crew. They basically got everything from beginning to end. At some point, you could see 10 policemen with their hands behind their back, some in their pockets, standing idle. How am I supposed to feel safe in a country like that? So on Saturday, if between now and Saturday the Ghana police and the president do not act, I would lift my hands at the conference and I am going to recommend that we have a self-protection committee whose responsibility will be to ensure that NPP functionaries and other citizens who go to the polling station to vote would have protection. If you bring 40 men and we also have 40 men, there will be peace. I actually think so, because when you have a gun to my head and I have a gun to your head, nobody will shoot.
I was here for me now. My sister Mudi Mechi, Equity, and some air coso, a war or manganimu, wait, dear, me the movie, and I so many comments. No, Emma may our comments actually. That would be a one sending now no for our comments in the Ebra and Magic Bread. I can kind. I'm our fair, make I will be search channel way a Ghanatube. So don't forget to subscribe, hit on the notification bell, share, and like all our videos. I was here for Snowy Day. Sisia dear, Macramo.